All right. Wait, this is
Hello.
episode what? 89.
89.
89.
Oh, shit. 11 more episode, man.
11 more episode to hit. Wait. I
Time
actually
flies.
forgot to arrange
We
this
got
thing.
Mr.
All right.
Fung back.
Hello.
Today we're going to talk about Mr. Elon Musk. That's why we have Fung here. I just put it on top right. Okay. So welcome to the Three Marketeers show. As you probably already know, if you don't know, I don't know why you are here, but nonetheless, we do this every week for 89 weeks now. This is what we do every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. going live, talking about mainly digital marketing, entrepreneurship. Last episode was very interesting. We actually discussed about entrepreneurship with Sharon. And of course, in the past 80 over episodes, we have interviewed a lot of people. So if you want to go back, just go back to my YouTube channel and look for the Three Marketeers show. We have the whole damn playlist of the whole thing. You can actually just go and binge watch them. I'm not sure whether I can say it's better than Netflix, but this episode,
Definitely better than Netflix.
I mean, that's Andrew. I didn't say that, but yes, I think it's fun. Okay, and sometimes you probably want to watch how many versions of Manfred that came out.
Yes.
And throughout the entire thing. So I think that's quite interesting. So today is about Elon Musk. Okay. In the last episode, the last time Fung joined us, we were talking about investment, right? But because we also touched about Elon Musk, and so happened, Fung is an
avid fan of
hardcore fanboy.
Hardcore fan,
yes.
researcher of Elon Musk.
Yes.
And this guy, I don't know, man. Yeah, this is totally hardcore fan of Elon Musk. So we were thinking, hey, man, this guy is actually making such, a lot of interesting, voices, and he's doing a lot of interesting things in the market right now. So we probably would have Fung to come over and share with us about this guy, right? So immediately we have Chee here. What's up? So guys, any question? Feel free to pop. I'm just gonna rearrange this thing a little bit. So this episode is about Mr. Elon Musk, and Chee say Fung show us his praying altar. I mean, you have one.
Okay.
What the heck is that?
Meaning that you have a 神台啊
that's
睇住你拜 Elon Musk 冇啦。
That's kind of
你
weird,
嘅
man.
衫咧，你應該着嗰件衫噶嘛。You should wear that. Your jacket. Never mind.
呢擺咗去邊 ？Next time.
Next time.
TY is an altar for Iron Man.
Oh yeah, man. Chee has an altar for Iron Man. Chee has.
Yeah, man.
Okay, now show us one day, Chee. Next time we go live, we talk about Iron Man.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. So, Elon Musk. Now, Manfred, I let you do the honor. You kickstart.
Yeah. Do you know that Iron Man and Elon Musk have something in common? No?
What the fuck? Seriously?
Sorry again?
Iron Man and Elon Musk have something in common. No? The show Iron Man, you say the blueprint, the idea or inspiration, actually is Elon Musk.
Yes.
During Iron Man 2, the show, Elon Musk briefly cameo.
Yep.
He, of course, has himself.
Yep.
So
Yes, I saw.
Tony Stark, they draw inspiration from Elon Musk. Amazing,
Wow, okay. I didn't know that.
not the original comics. The original comic, I think is something.
Yeah.
But
In fact, I think Robert Downey Jr. went and see Elon to sort of design his character for the movie. So yeah.
That's interesting. All
Right,
cool.
Right. So Elon Musk is really something related. So Chee, you have an altar for Iron Man, then maybe that's Elon Musk. I don't know, man. Yeah. So let's talk about his recent move on Twitter.
Okay, last round, I think when we talked that time,
He wasn't transacted yet.
Yeah,
There was an offer made. It wasn't confirmed.
But now
yes.
I think it's not true yet, right?
now
Now it's on his side. The board on the other side has accepted.
Fill us in what happened.
I don't know where. I can go on for 2 hours if I.
Never mind. We limit for like 10 minutes.
Every
10 minutes.
detail. So he made the offer.
Yes.
Then initially the board didn't want to accept, so treat it like a so-called hostile takeover lah.
Yeah.
I think
The board was
Jason, we used to use this term hak mo si
Black
Knight. Black Knight is those, in the 80s, a lot of those Wall Street guy with a lot of money. They see this company, wow, the stock what can attack, they go and sapu like 50% of the company, then they change the business, change the board of directors, blah, 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 to take so-called hostile takeover. So Twitter bot treat this as hostile takeover. They try to slow him down, blah blah blah, and then don't want him to acquire. Then after a while, I think Elon, I forgot what he did lah. Then they compromise, then accept the offer. Then they say, okay, let's get this done. If anybody walk away, whoever walk away have to pay $1 billion. So then fast forward, I think Elon suddenly right now don't know hit what wire,
very very big wire, man. He say there are too many fake accounts.
Too many bots.
Yeah, bots.
Which is a legitimate concern. I mean, you guys are expert in Facebook. Imagine if you advertise your brand 100,000 impressions, half 20% is actually fake bots, the impression, but they charge you anyway.
Yeah,
you got upset, no? Of course, like, So initially, I think Twitter in their presentation slides, they public documents, they say less than 5% are bots. They openly say that. Then they say very hard to get the real number. Blah, 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 blah. So Elon initially, they take the words off. After making the offer, he suddenly realized, it seems like it's more than 5%. Then he has so many followers, so he said, can you help me to survey the reply? How based on the sample, how many percent are it look like bot? Well, bot very very obvious one. They always like to reply on those what Bitcoin. If you click this, you get Bitcoin or whatever, or join this, blah 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 blah.
It's okay.
That was
okay.
It's okay.
That was Elon.
Yeah.
Or Twitter.
Elon, if you are listening, we are not saying anything.
I don't know.
I'm a hardcore fan, man.
That was, I don't know, Twitter, maybe Twitter.
So please, focus your attention on Twitter and not on this Trade Marketeers show, please.
Then he say, okay, I might need to put this on hold because I'm paying 40 something billion. I cannot be getting some shit things, right? So he said, let's investigate, and from that moment on, things become quiet.
Very quiet now, seriously.
Sometimes the fella will tweet something that this one not ngam. Where are you? The Praga is the CEO of Twitter. Yeah. What do you think? Obviously, Praga don't reply him. Didn't reply him. So now I don't know. People say that he might still close it, but he wants a lower price.
I think that's the reason why he's doing this.
What I speculate is, I think I don't know. This could be a bit conspiratorial.
Say that. Elon is not listening. It's okay.
He purposely stir these things up. I mean, actually, it's quite funny that Elon doesn't know all these bots things lah. Like when he make the offer, then suddenly he realized cannot be lah. I think he knows this already one. But he make the offer anyway, blah, 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 set the terms up. Then suddenly he bring this up, And I mean, I'm not a legal expert, but if he walks away, suppose he has to pay 1 billion, right?
Right. Yep.
But what if he walks away and he doesn't pay? Then, obviously, Twitter will sue him,
yes.
Right? So, you sue me, lah. Then prove me that the bots things are real. That I claim that
it cannot be
because if it is really below 5%, okay, I pay 40 billion fair price, but now doesn't look like it. I think he said at least 20%. So I won't pay this price. So, but if you don't let me to lower the price, I walk away. I don't pay, but you sue me lah.
So you're speculating that this guy is actually planning his exit to walk away.
No, he just purposely stir the shit up to expose things, Now like half of the world know something wrong with Twitter already, So in fact he walks away, court case can last for years.
Yeah.
And Twitter share price could stay low for years,
Very true.
So and I don't know, I mean,
So no matter how it turns out, it's still beneficial for him. Because if it turns out one way, maybe he will pay lesser.
No, and recently he become very, very political. Like I think 50% of his tweets is about politics. He say he used to vote for Democrats. Now the midterm election he wants to vote for Republican because the Democrats just keep attack him, blah 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 blah. And obviously he buying Twitter. Democrats also not happy, So a lot of geopolitics.
Posturing.
Yeah. So and to be honest, I got no conclusion on this topic. Your
Anyway,
guess
it's not
is-
concluded anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just still like a 吹水 topic, very well.
Yeah. So
Might as well we do that.
I really don't know, man. I mean, at the end of the day, Twitter is just his hobby. Acquiring Twitter is just his hobby, lah. His main job is still Tesla and SpaceX, lah. So, but he wants to. I mean, I would, for personal reason, I would like him to acquire Twitter, lah, because Twitter really too much censor, too many bots, and become
You talk
very.
about censor, Facebook is the same. What the? I mean, I
No,
think that's happening in all platforms right now. But that's another topic to talk about. But then again, before we dive into that, right? I mean, let's bring this.
I jump in a bit.
Okay.
Sorry. So
Sure.
basically, I think if he acquire Twitter, it become a marketing platform under his control for all his company. It's just like instead of we pay Facebook, we buy the whole Facebook. Like Facebook become my marketing department. Wow, song, very shock, quite shock, right?
I mean, if
He
you,
doesn't really need a marketing platform, lah. He's
He
Yeah,
can
lah.
afford. He can afford $1 billion. Can get you one of the best marketers in the world already.
And first thing first, he's the best marketer for his company already. What
That's
else he
true.
needs?
Yeah. I mean, and his marketing style no need money one. He use meme one. He's a meme lord, So
Yeah, true.
he put up one meme. 1 million people share. Everybody knows Elon Musk.
Very
So then people will find out. What does Elon Musk do? Oh, he sells electric car. So he doesn't really need to like pay Facebook. In fact, Tesla till this day still never spend a cent on advertising. So
Interesting. Huh?
yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
It's so big, such a company right now. Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
not,
but
not,
you
now,
gotta
now
start
no
from
longer,
somewhere.
but
Yeah.
there were $1 trillion company without spending a single cent on advertising.
That's true.
He's the one talking all the thing. Then he's the marketing person. One.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the purpose. We
Nah,
all of us agree.
he really want to restore free speech, lah. I truly believe that, lah. I mean, I don't know. Over the past 2 years, just too much censorship. I mean, and too one-sided, lah. One side they censor like 90% of what they say. One side, they talk shit also. They let them talk one. So
Censor who?
the Trump side people.
The Trump side, yes.
Yes.
The whole world is actually.
So maybe when he bought over Twitter, he will allow Trump to come back to Twitter.
Yes, he said that. He said that. He said that. Yes.
Yeah.
And Trump said he won't. Because he got the new social
His own
media
platform.
Truth Social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking from the simple case of Twitter from 1 million miles away, this guy is not that simple. There's some method to his madness.
Yeah.
I like the way you put it. Methods to his madness.
Yeah, I mean, you think that, this rich guy made his money from what? From Tesla and SpaceX or so-called valuation,
Yeah.
and he decides to be a rich playboy. He decides to buy a so-called a social media company. It's not as straightforward as that.
I know.
Apparently, there are many layers of consideration.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
And
Yep.
what we see now, if we, from an outsider point of view, let's say 1 million miles away, we're only seeing the surface. He probably had like 7 or 8 moves.
Yes.
His,
This guy play 4D
Yeah,
chess,
right.
I tell you.
Yeah. We are just seeing the after effects.
Yeah.
True. So
True.
I think we'll just wait and see lah. And
Yeah.
to second Fung's statement that they don't need marketing, right? So Bob said, actually check on Tesla's website a few years ago. There is no Facebook Pixel.
That's interesting,
awesome.
Yeah.
Who need that? What the hell is Pixel, right?
Yeah, man.
They used to have a Facebook page, Instagram page, and Elon deleted it.
Awesome.
Purposely not advertising is one thing. They deleted the page is another level.
Yeah.
They said
It's
Twitter-
interesting to study how he takes a company, all of us talk about advertising, getting social and all that stuff. But his approach it'd be an interesting study to see,
But the thing, I mean, the thing about him is, there's a very famous meme of I don't know how to describe lah. Just there's a reporter standing there, and then the label this guy is a normal billionaire. Then behind the reporter, there's a guy like he's running like Naruto one, you know how Naruto run, right? That's one, right? Then they put Elon Musk, So this guy is very very eccentric in a sense, You see, like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all these billionaires, right? Despite being so rich, despite having the fuck you money, they can't say fuck you one. This podcast is it R-rated? I don't know.
Yeah, it's everything rated. Doesn't matter. Go.
There's no alphabet to it. It's non-alphabet rated, so you can do whatever you want.
So they always be careful in what they say.
Right.
Make sure you don't offend the politician, don't offend the other people. Be nice, But Elon really doesn't give a fuck. He just simply say, he can say why Bill Gates recently he tweeted Bill Gates a big tummy.
Oh.
And then
he's at war with Bill Gates right now.
Yeah, and he tweeted a lot of things like he used to tweet about Warren Buffett, don't know what, He used to he obviously he simply tweet about Biden, all those things. So he really say it out, a bit like Trump, But the interesting thing is Trump is
probably
politician.
matcha. They are like good friend.
Yeah, so a lot of people really like this kind of character one,
Eccentric,
so really attracted to them one, So the more they be like this, the more genuine they are, the more they want to support him. Obviously, I don't think I support Elon because he's like that lah, but it's like bonus point lah. I mean, he simply say he openly say, I normally tweet when I go shit one. When I'm shitting, I just tweet. That's the only free time he has, So this guy, the character itself already will attract audience. Imagine.
Very true.
Actually, you can think Bill Gates, we know him like for 20, 30 years already, right?
But I never want to follow Bill Gates.
Yeah, exactly. It's super
like,
boring, uninteresting.
This guy. I think no story to tell already. I mean, except Microsoft, that's it, And then he does a lot of philanthropy.
And I know those days, every year, Forbes will come out with articles saying, Bill Gates retained the richest man title again this year.
So what?
So that's how I know Bill Gates. That's it,
But is this indication of the template for the new age tycoon? That you got to be aggressive, you got to be in your face.
But can you name another billionaire like this? No.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You notice most of the billionaires either they're dead or they are pretty much in the Warren Buffett kind of age group.
Yeah, you can say
There's
that.
not many younger group. He's considered one of the younger one. It is like in traditional Chinese business, you have the tycoons who are filthy rich. Okay, I won't say filthy rich, who are rich, right? But they always keep a low profile.
But if you look at this, right, Andrew, sorry to interrupt. Look at Mark. Sian, my age.
Mark
Zuckerberg.
Zuck.
Not billionaire, man.
Right.
Sian.
Yeah.
My age.
Right.
All right. And then what else? We can actually look at
But
those.
these people are so-called, they are young, but they have the mindset of the
No,
older generation.
the thing is that's why Elon is so unique, because he just don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
When you're rich, people thought that you're rich, you have more freedom. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
When you become rich, you have to be careful what you say. It might affect your brands. You may affect your company. You might offend politicians, who will retaliate on you. All sorts of things. They will be careful. But Elon's like, I really don't care.
The only older personality group in that group that stood out similar in approach to Elon Musk was Richard Branson.
I was thinking about that as well. Yes.
Right?
But
in that generation,
Branson is still quite polite, I would say. But he is like
Branson is a showman.
He's a showman. Yes, that's right.
Yes,
That's right. He's
yes,
a showman.
yes. I mean, like I guess even locally, Tony Fernandez also like that lah. But there are a lot of bars that he won't cross one.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
and obviously he even campaigned for Najib. So you know how dark the world is, right? So, but again, back to Elon, he doesn't care.
True.
You know, he has money, he has fuck you money, and he say fuck you every day. You know, so
But here's the thing. You know, I think Bob brought up a very interesting point. But he has China's government certification now. He got
no,
market
actually,
in China. Right?
okay. This one recently I tweeted Elon at this rate, people thought that he's associated to China because China give him a lot of favor. But if you look at his recent diplomacy with all the global leaders, at this rate, only 2 global leaders don't like him. Everybody likes him.
Okay.
You see, recently he saw Sabri, our prime minister. Okay.
Yep.
Let's zoom out from local first.
Okay.
Then he become friend with Jokowi.
Yes.
Then obviously China, super friend. Then recently he went to Brazil. Mao Serrano, please come, please feed me with your genius, And then he's also German also openly, please come and open factory, here, So no, everybody, Elon Musk, please come, Only two global leaders like, fuck you. You are my enemy.
Okay.
Joe Biden.
All right.
And very ironic. You put these two together, it's very ironic. Joe Biden and Putin. These two global leaders, only these 2 global leaders don't like him.
That's a very
everywhere else is like.
Why Putin don't like him? Why Putin don't like him?
So Biden is because stupid politics lah. I mean, they are so far left, right? So far left always attack billionaire one. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, despite Elon solve climate change, which is good for them, but they don't care, So fuck you, Elon Musk. Putin is for obvious reason lah. First of all, he create competition for the rocket ma. Because before SpaceX, US has to buy rocket seed from Russia to send astronaut to space station, which is another awkward and ironic situation.
Awkward.
Yes, very awkward.
Very awkward.
And recently, the invasion, SpaceX supplied Starlink satellite internet to Ukraine,
right?
Which also pissed off Putin. So it's only these two guys that don't like him, openly don't like him. Otherwise, I think everybody. Please, I mean, even Malaysia, we have a very famous meme right now. The guy who looked back to other girls when he has a girlfriend one.
Oh yeah.
So Elon Musk like this, then Sabri is like the existing girlfriend, then the other girl is the
Jokowi.
Oh, surprised.
Hey, by the way, I mean, I think Chee put this question earlier. I think it's good to bring this up. So with all these so-called publicity stunts and memes that he has created and all that, do you think he's actually kind of like doing market manipulation at all? Is there any sort of like, I mean, I'm not saying that all he does is actually trying to manipulate, but do you think he did that, or he does that?
Okay. I'm not sure whether this question directed to Twitter case or generally lah.
I think we were talking about Twitter just now because he asked this question at 10:04. I think it was at the Twitter topic.
So again, Elon, market manipulation, no lah. I mean, he knows where are the boundaries lah. So, but obviously, his case is always very grey one, and he believes so much in the First Amendment, freedom of speech, that as a CEO of a public company or as an acquirer of a public company, typically a lot of things you cannot say one. But he argued that it's my freedom of speech to say whatever I want to say. So he.
But Chee say it's generally, not just the Twitter case. He said generally.
Generally, okay. Then definitely no. I mean, I would say, first of all, if you talk about Tesla share price is driven by pure fundamentals lah. I mean, okay, a lot of people might disagree on this lah, but
yeah, I mean, I might disagree though.
It's not, but I don't think he manipulated anything about it.
I don't think he manipulated, but what he does will affect.
What he said might affect that 2 days movement. Of course, the most iconic one was the 2018. He tweeted considering taking Tesla private at 420 lah. That thing, I think he
I want to quickly bring this up. I think Chiwa is sorry to interrupt, Fung. He always say he hates market manipulation, but everything he says people treat it as the gospel. So he sneeze also people make his words with seriously. I mean, I would agree with Chiwa on this one though. I would agree with Chiwa. This is like you fart also people feel smells good one, you know. I mean, that's how people is taking his word for that. You know?
I think.
I mean, there are a lot of people like this. I will call myself semi like that lah. I won't say there are times that I disagree with him also lah.
Okay.
But the thing is, obviously people, you know, a lot of people are not happy that he promised things but never materialized. But the truth is it's not that it never materialized. It just come late. You know, like he obviously one of the things that he promised very long time till now still cannot achieve is self-driving lah. You know, but the critics will immediately jump out and say it's a fraud. This guy is a fraud. He is like Theranos. He is what do you call it? Elizabeth Holmes. You know, but obviously I think that is not true lah. You know, because he is really developing the thing, and if this thing really hit the tipping point, Tesla will become multi-trillion-dollar company. You know, that's my conviction on the company. You know, so again, he believed in freedom of speech. So sometimes he just simply tweet and simply say, you know, when other CEO will just, we have to release public releases, blah, 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 blah. So for me, as an investor, shareholder of Tesla, I would much prefer him to tell us about the company openly in a very transparent way, right? A CEO that keep telling you what happened to the company is better than a CEO that keep quiet, you know, tell you the story every quarter, earnings call and stuff like that, you know. So market manipulation, I would say no lah, but I mean, feel free to disagree lah.
He may not be manipulating the market,
but he may lead.
But one thing for sure, he is definitely manipulating public perception.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that's a different way of putting it. I think that's totally agreeable.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
that's not illegal anyways.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
we call it marketing.
The way he manipulate public perception, he will attract people here, but he will piss off people here.
Of course.
You know, so it's a trade-off. He always and again, like I say, he doesn't care lah. He just say only lah. He say what he think is right, you know. And
I can tell you, like what we've learned from the episode with Twitter, it is not as simple as it seems. To us, we may come across as, you know, he just simply say what he wants to say, but I think this guy is not that simple. It's very complicated. I think it's very well. He thinks. He tend to think things through, although his action may not reflect that. Not that straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, to simply put, if you are in a game with him, if he is your opponent, then good luck lah.
You are screwed, man.
Whatever it is, you know, electric cars, self-driving, rocketry.
So can I hijack a bit? So what's the condition for BYD, the China brand? No, the electric car, BYD, and what else? SpaceX don't have competition, right?
No competition at all.
So what the Bezos one is what? Space
Blue Origin. Blue Origin is like SpaceX in 2006, I guess.
Not yet.
So what's the status of the competitor like BYD? I thought in Singapore, BYD, we have their electric bus.
I mean, actually, okay. So back to this topic. I think I brought this up last round when we speak. Electric cars. People always like to, you know, is the best headline for mainstream media lah. Competition is coming for Tesla. You know, so BYD lah, NIO lah, GM lah, Ford lah. But in truth, EV is still, there's no competition per se yet, because every year the whole world globally sell 90 million cars. Let's put it 100 million lah. About 10 to 20%. No, not even 10 to 20 yet. 5 to
Less than
10,
that,
I think.
yeah.
5
Less
to
than
10, 5 to 10, 5 to 10%
I think you
are,
told me 5 to 10.
are EVs.
Yeah.
So this market share of EV will grow to 5, become 10, become 20, become 30. Da, 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 da. So the competition is engine cars, you know. So everybody coming into the electric car industry is to eat others, not to eat each other. So, but obviously mainstream media don't like to paint that kind of picture. Right? They like to paint that, you know, somebody is eating Tesla, somebody is beating Tesla, you know, everything negative about Tesla sells, you know, the headlines, you know.
Of course.
So BYD is a brilliant company. They make, I think there's some rumors saying that even Tesla will buy batteries from BYD because BYD has been so experienced in making batteries. They started making battery back in the start of a handphone.
Yeah.
Handphone, you know, handphones battery are the pioneer of lithium batteries.
Lithium ions, yeah.
Yeah, lithium ion battery. So by BYD actually started there and venture into EV. So they are super experienced lah. So but the rumors is not confirmed yet lah. But these rumors have been flying around lah. So again, people shouldn't think about BYD, Tesla are competitors. They are not. They are really like grow. I mean, Tesla grow 50%, BYD grow 40%. Everybody happy, right? So it's not competition. Competition is, you know, BYD grow 40%, Tesla negative growth 20%. That is competition. Which means this guy eating this guy, right? So but for electric cars, everybody is still growing. So
I think it's still a winning market for everyone.
In economics, there's this term, right? Something about transfer of market. Basically, from ICE, internal combustion engines, the market is then transferred towards EV. The volume remains the same. So every year, let's say, like you say, it's 100 million, it's like 95% ICE, 5%, let's say EV this
EV.
year.
Yeah.
Next year is 6% against 94, and eventually 50-50, for example,
Yes.
over time.
Oh, that's big.
But the market is the same.
Yep,
It's
yep,
just
yep.
transition. And Tesla will not be able to capture almost like 100% anyways.
Exactly.
You know, if he gets 10%, they'll probably be screwed anyways because
Yeah,
production will kill them.
But this will lead to another topic, which is self-driving.
Yeah.
So self-driving is a very interesting topic. So Tesla, I mean Elon, they have been, you know, guiding the market. Say by 2030 they will produce 20 million cars a year, which means 20% of the entire car market. Which is quite nutty. So a lot of people say, you bullshit lah, as usual lah. But the thing is, they have no choice but to do that. But the 20 million cars, I suspect lah, because by 2030 it's like, I don't know, 8 years from now, less than 8 years. I would say 99% they have solved self-driving by then. Okay, 99 lah. There are still 1% more of miracle that they somehow just fail lah. But looking at the progress, I think by worst case 2 years later we'll solve it.
Wow, that optimistic.
One self-driving car can replace 5 non-self-driving car. If you get what I mean. Because your non-self-driving car, every day you wake up, you're going to start your engine, you drive to work, you park there, you work. 6 o'clock, you take your car, go back home, turn off the engine, go to sleep. So your utilization of your car is like, I don't know, 5% of the day. Most of the time spent in the parking place. A self-driving car, you wake up, you use the car, send you to work, then the car go and do Grab, Uber itself, earn money for you. Utilize until the battery fully depleted, you know, then go find a charging station and charge until you get off work. The car come and pick you up, send you home, then only parking. And you want the car continue go and do business also can, you know. So in fact, one self-driving car replacing 5 is a conservative estimation. If you get what I mean,
So if that happens, the car market is shrinking.
Again, this is another quite philosophical. Everybody has to speculate lah. But if self-driving car really happen, which means so-called robo-taxi really happen,
It's utility.
the cost will go down by a factor of 10 or at least 5. So let's say right now, if I take a Grab from my house to KL city center, $20 let's say. But if self-driving car is here today, it will cost me $2 because you don't need to pay the driver. You just need the car and to go. And electricity is cheaper than gas, cheaper than
For
petrol.
now.
You know, and electric car is easier to maintain than an internal combustion engine car.
Yes.
And an EV lasts longer than an internal combustion engine car. So everything, the mathematics boils down to cheaper per mile cost.
Not in KL though.
I'm giving an example. So obviously they will start.
You'll be screwed when it floods.
Yeah. I mean.
That's a good one. Yeah. Wait.
Yep.
Manfred, you keep it. Let Fung finish this first.
No, I mean, yeah lah. So this is part of the reason why I'm so bullish with Elon and Tesla lah. So this thing will, when this thing come, everything will become nuts, and you have never seen this kind of business number before one.
Like apocalypse scenario. So my question, I really like your this self-driving car thing comes as in one self-driving car replace 5 non-self-driving car.
Sorry, before that, this is not something I invented one. This is what Elon told us. So
No, obviously this one I miss out. So the question is, obviously the Grab driver will be out of job.
Yeah.
Then what are the unintended consequences? Like, will Grab collapse? Like in those ride hailing, like Uber, will they collapse?
Uber is going to buy hell of cars from Tesla first lah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So first of all, there's two part to answer that question. First part is Grab also disrupted taxi before, so it's the circle come around only.
Yep.
Okay. So second part is what Jason said is correct. To survive, Uber, Grab have to buy a lot of Tesla. In fact, the smartest one right now, I'm not sure you have seen the news before, Hertz has been buying a lot of Tesla.
I read that.
So
Tesla share or Tesla car?
Tesla cars to be rented out.
It's not self-driving,
Not yet, but
they're renting it.
Okay. So the part that I missed out talking about self-driving cars. So self-driving cars is about software. So a car is like our iPhone. We can go to sleep, Wi-Fi, update iOS to version blah blah blah. So Tesla's FSD, full self-driving, what they call full self-driving beta, has been updating. Okay, so now full self-driving, there are more than 100,000 beta testers in US, and this number is quite nuts also. I mean, 100,000 testers, no accident. So there have been, like, if anything, the car don't know what to do, they will intervene. Okay, but they say the disengagement rate is very low right now, like 30% of the time or whatever lah.
Right.
So they continue to trade. It's an AI problem and they continue to trade. So right now there are 2.6 million cars active fleet in the world. Tesla cars, 2.6 million. In US, which they are trying the FSD, there are about 1 point something million. So let's just take US lah, 1 point something million cars. These cars, when they fully develop FSD, all these 1 million can go and connect to Wi-Fi, update the car, and suddenly can drive itself.
All right.
It's not like they solve the problem. Only new car come out got the tech. Every existing.
Scary to me.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, to answer your question, why Hertz are buying today?
Because they will be the first company that Tiba has so many like electric self-driving cars. Shit. And all these cars can turn into robot or not? Seriously, scary.
See the future. So one question, another question. So those people who buy sports car obviously won't be buying a self-driving sports car, or sports car market won't be there.
I think that's another story. It's just like, when you're buying Casio watches and all that, right? Rolex won't die.
I mean, okay, let's just say in the early 20th century, when Ford come out with the new mass production car, rich people still buy horse. Till today, rich people still buy horse. So,
that's very true.
so there will be a market for this luxury car. There will be still people say, I enjoy driving.
So we gotta be bloody well make sure that we are rich, because only rich people can afford to drive.
Yes.
Oh, I like that, man.
No, and
Else you gotta fucking get somebody to drive you. I mean, get the
no,
car
no, no,
driver.
no,
That's a
no,
fun.
okay. No,
That's
no.
fun.
In fact, I want to qualify that statement by let's say by 2035 I presume the self-driving
15
will be
years. Oh, no,
very
less than
robust already. The
About
technology,
15
the
years,
AI.
yeah, we're still young.
Okay, by then it will be illegal to drive, because if
No
you
fun.
drive, you might kill somebody.
Well, true also.
Right now we drive, we
yeah.
might kill somebody, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
The
so-
driver will disrupt the ecosystem.
yes, exactly.
Holy shit. That's so
What
fun.
the
man.
hell? What am I hearing? What am I listening to? What the?
Question. Then does if in the scenario that self-driving car had an accident,
Right.
whose responsibility?
Elon Musk.
Tesla.
Sure.
But it will be so rare they don't care. Okay, responsible lah.
I mean, accidents can
How
happen.
do you
I
be
mean,
responsible?
it's
You
just
gotta
that
pay for that or what?
You cannot.
Okay. This is very philosophical and
Yeah.
about ethics lah.
Try.
So in US, I think every year 40,000 people die from car accident. Once this full self-driving, the fullest version come out, then death will probably go down to 400 per year.
Negligible lah,
Okay,
in the bigger scheme of things.
these 400 people will sue Tesla, but the 30,000 plus lives saved, they didn't know their life are safe.
Yeah.
They won't care.
Philosophical.
Okay, they will just walk around, enjoying life, but they
Yes.
didn't know that the technology saved their life. So it's a very philosophical and ethical question. So do you want to still do this, and the car might still kill 400 people per year? And first year 400 people, next year probably 200, another year probably left to 20. Then eventually, like very rare, you get one death. So is do you want, and again the question is, your life is safe, but you didn't know it. You didn't know about it. It's like that one. So
This is damn sci-fi, man. Seriously.
So Skynet is really true lah.
okay,
Skynet is really coming.
you want to go to that one? That one is.
Hey, we actually like digressed for like too far already. Seriously.
This is all about Elon Musk. Right? It's his company.
Elon
It's his
Musk,
company.
yeah.
Wait, I think this one is good lah. Like let me circle back. I like Chee's statement about this thing. I think let's circle back to another topic of this. Seriously, this is getting too much. Let's talk about Amber Heard instead. Like, let's talk about his personal life.
But nobody's perfect. He's a human being.
Yeah.
I really don't care about his personal life lah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But CY does.
it's his personal life, literally. So
I mean,
Actually, very true. Actually, very
Steve
true.
Jobs being a genius that he is, I mean,
Yeah.
his personal life is pretty fucked up anyways.
yeah,
Actually, pretty
he's
fucked
not
up,
he's
He's
not
not
a
a very
polit-
good human being.
he's not a politician. So who cares
That's
about his
true.
politics?
But even politicians also can do all the kind of shit. But look at Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Right.
And they're not perfect lah. They're human
Yeah.
beings lah. So
I
let's
mean,
grant them that leeway.
Elon divorced like I don't know how many times. First one,
Sometimes,
second
right?
one.
I just read about his new girlfriend though. What the hell?
Oh yeah, I saw it too. I saw
Wow,
it too.
okay. That guy not bad.
And that guy will continue to fuck around lah, because he say
that's him
he
lah.
say the world is underpopulated right now. So he's doing his part to reproduce.
Wow. Shame, man.
I like that.
This should
I
have
like
come earlier before I got married and learned this from you.
that. Yeah, man. Hey, GY, okay, I brought this up. Just make sure I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah. We will
Alright.
not make sure we don't miss your comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now then we have Bob, right? Bob asked, does South Africa like him? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Probably
No,
not,
it's your-
because
it's your-
because he doesn't like South Africa.
But then if they are exporting rare minerals, they would like it.
Oh, yeah.
I
If there's a demand for lithium-ion batteries, which they are obviously now, but if you add the electric cars, and if South Africa, but most of the rare minerals in Australia and China.
yeah.
That's true.
I have not heard anything about South Africa. I mean,
Yeah,
he-
neither have I.
Okay.
yeah.
No idea. But thanks, Bob. If you can fill us in, help us. Help us understand your question.
let us
But,
know.
and Chee say Dogecoin. I mean,
This one, I mean, I think in last time we spoke, I talked about I am neutral about crypto lah. So
yes, yes.
so I'm neither bullish or bearish. I do think there's a possible use case for cryptocurrency, and if that become true, then all the top cryptocurrency will go to the moon. And Dogecoin has the potential because it's endorsed by Elon fucking Musk. So if this guy is a meme lord, right? So he
Yeah.
literally take a meme coin to
Yeah.
want to
For all
turn
you
it
know,
into yeah.
For all you know, Dogecoin is just his experiment in how or whether his manipulation of public perception works.
Yeah. You can say
You
that.
see a lot,
You
like us marketing, we do run some minor tests, right? Before we launch a full campaign, we run some tests. So for him, Dogecoin could be just for him to experiment and say, if I do something like this, how will market react? Oh, market react this way. Okay, if I do something like this, now he has control to a certain extent that he knows if he does something, the market will react in a way that he expects to.
But again, recently crypto all crashed like crazy. So I have no sympathy for all the holders. I don't hold any. So you have if you still believe in it, you have to endure it. And
Like any investment size, up and
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
crypto is relatively more volatile, lah. It can go up 500%, then crash 70%. Then go up another 10 times, then crash another 90%.
Yeah.
The cycle just keep repeating in a
too
very
much. I think it's too much.
extreme fashion, lah. So a lot of people I've known, like, I don't know, at least I've heard 10 people who used to be hyper passionate about Bitcoin now doesn't even want to talk about it at all because they got burned. They borrow money lah, whatever lah,
Wow.
So
I don't think that's the right way to do this, lah.
If you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, get out of it.
Yeah, man. And then should I say, for John McAfee we trust?
Okay.
So to the moon. All right. So I guess okay, then just now at the backstage we talked about one thing, right? I mean, how I guess what would help us understand Elon a little bit better is you did tell me about the way he think, the way he learned, and the way he, I mean, what's his philosophy about all these successes that he has brought to the world?
I mean, first principle thinking lah. That's
Actually, share with us.
famously coined by him. I mean, you reason everything from physics point of view. I mean, ever since I learned this from him, it's like superpower lah. Before this, when I want to learn something, I have to buy books. I have to read from the experts. I have read from the historian who tell us what happened in the past and learn from the past event. We have to learn from, whatever lah. We have to seek for the wisdom from somebody else. But in truth, we can actually think ourselves, just reason it back to the most fundamental principles. I give you an example that he like to talk about lah. Tesla. I think I also mentioned this in my last thing. To build a car is about assembling atoms, right? You take some aluminum here, you take some steel here, you take some this steel become motor, this aluminum, this nickel become battery, this glass become window.
Right.
So for in the past, all the car makers, they don't care about first principle per se. They just, I get supplier to give me the tire, I get supplier to give me the engine, I give supplier to give me the seat. I assemble anyway, I put a logo on it, it's my car. But then Elon comes in and say, I want to make EV. But obviously, suppliers like, who the heck are you? I've never heard about Tesla. You want to compete with Ford, GM? Handit lah, Then he ended up, okay, I have to figure out myself. So, to make battery, have to source nickel one, So nickel, to mine nickel, you have to go to, like you said, Brazil, Indonesia, So you literally track the atoms to the origins, the source of origin. And that's how you should think about it, and how you assemble those atoms in the most efficient manner. But a lot of people, they do business. So the opposite of reasoning from first principle is reasoning from analogy. Analogy, the best example is always do like that one ma. That's the famous reasoning from analogy. People always like that one ma. Why I go and question how people do things? So but reasoning from first principle is no. Things bounce like this one. nickel have to go Indonesia to find one. If I couldn't source enough nickel, I don't even think about making EVs. So and this is again, this is a very deep topic lah. I admit that I'm not explaining it in a very
I think it's simplified and you help us understand. I guess what you're trying to say here is this is the way whenever he wants to start something, instead of looking at how people are already doing,
yes,
the way he learned is he will actually look at the elements needed and he will always go and question why is this done this way.
Yes.
And how can we do
Problem-solving,
it different way? Yeah, go deep to the point.
Yes.
I mean actually,
if go back to Rocket, how he started it is a very interesting story. So after he sold PayPal, he got a lot of money. He wanted to start a rocket company. He said he want to send human beyond Earth. That's his vision. So you have to start a rocket company, but you don't know where to start. So he went to Russia. Can you sell me some second-hand ICBM? You know what is ICBM or not?
no idea.
Intercontinental something now.
Ballistic missiles.
Ballistic missile, yes. Missile. Missile is a form of rocket, right? So he want to buy and then reverse engineer, see how to make rocket. So he went Russia like few times, and the people laugh him off, throw a very ridiculous price. You want to buy? Well, okay, 100 million lah. Something like that lah.
Obviously, they don't want to sell to him, one.
So fuck it. He turned off his laptop. He start a spreadsheet. He count the cost of if a rocket takes how much aluminium, how much steel, how much the engine, the cost roughly. Like this only ma. I just fucking do it. So he just fucking go and hire rocket engine people, engine the bionic people, or electronics people, the satellite people, whatever, and start build from scratch. And one first principle that he found out is rocket. Why it's so expensive? Is because I think I mentioned just now on backstage, all the rockets shoot up, bye bye. We will never see the rocket again.
One time use.
So to him, you want to save cost, you make sure the rocket come back down again lah. It's like aeroplane lah. You reuse, then your cost will go down. So they just go and figure it out. Although it's a very, very difficult. It's an understatement.
It took them 9 times of landing before they get it right?
Yes. Yeah. So all these are first principle thinking. I mean, the Boeing guy would never thought about it. They just, we have been doing like this. We shoot the rocket
it's the way it's supposed to be lah.
Yeah. So they never question it. So first principle thinking is really think from the most fundamental element lah. It sometimes it might not only apply to science. Even like I'm an investor, I can also think from first principle. Like what is money? What is interest rate? Why interest rate is so important?
Right.
So all these things. So, but before him, I never thought this way lah. So before him, I want to learn investing. I read what Warren Buffett say. I never actually think about it myself. So
is he the originator of this concept, or is
I don't think so, right?
He popularized it.
Right.
Basically, this is how every physicist think. What Richard Feynman lah, all those Albert Einstein lah. This is how they think.
I think about asking 5 questions, 5 down. They keep asking why, drill down. I can't remember
something like that, right? Yeah.
Mackenzie also uses something like that also.
Yeah. In fact, the most. You can joke about it. The most the deepest first principle. Why human exists today, is because Earth formed already. And then the sun, the photons, sun emit photons one. The photon keep bombard the earth, and then the temperature keep changing until this hit this, and then few billion years later, human come out already. That's the first principle of how you think about it. It's because purely just the sun bombard photon to earth only. That's the first principle of how everything happens. So that is the you zoom out to the furthest lands lah. So or you want to go even further, everything is come from Big Bang. So Big Bang, boom, everything today is because the first thing, Big Bang. That's the first principle.
I like to go back to the part on the rocket part. The rocket, he did a few failures and almost caused him bankrupt. And rocket science, it's not like programming, the whole thing crash. At most, your computer gone. When the rocket explode, it's shitload of money gone, burn.
Yep.
So it's costly mistakes. And
I wouldn't say it's mistake.
Part and parcel
Just
of
one proven
experiment.
wrong way to do it.
No, okay. Then this is also interesting. You see, Boeing, Lockheed Martin make rockets. They design, develop, blah, 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 from end to end until they finally launch a rocket. Probably take them, I don't know, 10, 20 years. And you never see them one. You never see how they develop one. They are inside a very secret clean room, doing test this and that 1,000 like 5,000 times, Tesla, SpaceX.
Yeah.
Very simple. They have a very, very lousy warehouse, which no clean room one, very dirty one, and the worker can just simply walk in, no need to scan card or whatever. They just assemble, shoot it up, boom, get the data, what went wrong, do it again. Make sure this time all this mistake, they capture it, which means that they won't repeat the mistake again. Then send it up again, boom, okay, come down again. So this is how they did for the recent Starship. Starship, because obviously during the early days, the Falcon, that one obviously they don't want it to explode, because every explosion, like you say, is costly and they can go bankrupt one. They want the first one be successful. But nowadays they become they have capital already. So basically how they iterate the newer version is just to blow up rocket only. And because they have been expecting it to blow up, sometimes it doesn't blow up. Wow, good, we can recover the whole thing intact, So that's how. So Starship has been testing, I think, for 5 times already. So from a very small, like a R2D2 tank, they send it up, then they're coming down. That one, nothing happened, but it's just very simple. Then the second one, they send it up, tilt it like this, and come back down again. Then when they land, the whole thing explode. Then Elon Twitter said, "This is a good data." Everybody's, oh no, I feel sorry for you. You blow up the rocket. No, this is we expect this to happen, and we like the data we get. The next one will be better, So and just now I said Lockheed Martin, Boeing take 10 years, 20 years. For them, 5 years to finally send up the thing. But because they have been just keep doing it, blowing up things, and this should be the way for all the businesses, not just rockets.
Is it very true?
Forwards. Fail fast, fail early.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very
exactly.
True.
And which is why just now you mentioned Blue Origin. Blue Origin also very take slow. In fact, very funny, their company motto is in Latin, but I don't know what's the exact word, but it translates to one step at a time. Which means they also take the Boeing Lockheed Martin approach, slowly,
Yep.
That's why it took them so long, So Elon, SpaceX is like, go blow up the rocket and we know what to do next, So that's how, like I say, all business should approach this way, and you can innovate the fastest, So even Tesla also like that, So they just Tesla, the most innovative product of Tesla is not the car, it's the factory. 2018, the first ramp up of Model 3, they feel like so crazy. Elon have to sleep in the factory for, I don't know, 6 months. Once the motor section had problem, he had to run to the motor section. The paint shop problem, they have to run to the paint shop. All this failure, he has to keep on iterate until today. Nobody can fight their manufacturing system already, because they have been moving so fast. Whatever Toyota, Volkswagen, they are super slow already. It's like imagine like Usain Bolt running with a grandmother, something like that. So
Yep.
That's how Elon approach his businesses. Everything about speed.
Awesome. I think that we just crossed 11 o'clock mark. I mean, just like that.
On that bombshell.
Yeah, we just like, then eventually like that's it, right? But by the way, I think Bob puts in and say, because Elon is from South Africa, he doesn't go back to help. Now think about this. there's so many people who are not helping in Malaysia, but whenever they are successful, our government will be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Our people will be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. I think that something applies to a South African as well.
Yep.
Yes, they'll be so proud because this dude is from South Africa, right? So,
no, but to be fair, Elon wanted to leave South Africa when he was very young. I mean, yes, he sort of know the land of opportunity is the United States.
I mean, everybody knows, I think.
Yeah.
That's
So
That's
I mean,
interesting.
who would blame him? I mean, if he had that kind of talent, that is the fucking correct decision to make. You know, just go there and shine. And thank God he shine. You know, otherwise he stay in South Africa. My God, I cannot imagine what he's doing right now.
Seriously, I don't know. I have no idea. Man. So, okay, I think that brings us to the end of the show, but don't go yet. We still have Manfred showing us the website of the week. But Fung, thank you so much for the sharing. Before that, Manfred, you may bring it up whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up just to a side topic. I watched Top Gun already. Everybody should watch.
Yeah, very highly rated. I saw.
Yeah, I also
Okay.
saw.
Today is because I'm doing a lot of Instagram reels. You notice that in Instagram, they don't allow you to publish Instagram reel directly from desktop.
Yes.
Yes, so you can use this and install it on a
Desktop.
Yeah, you can use this straight away. You can publish. So you can just. I think Jason has shared a thing.
Yep.
Let me show you my.
It's an emulator.
One more minute. 1 minute.
Is it an emulator?
1 minute, that long. Okay, then we talk about Elon Musk's girlfriend. I don't know. Hey, but by the way, Manfred, have you tried the Meta Business Suite?
Yeah, I did try also. I'm trying to compare it with the Creator Studio also. So you can see here, new reel, but the Meta Business Suite and Creator Studio both don't allow you to publish reel directly from the desktop.
Okay.
So you see from here, new reel.
Okay.
You can put your new reel powered by this insist. But on traditional one, it's only this one, new post only. Okay?
Awesome.
So you can play everything. So but there's also drawback, as in when you publish reel on phone itself or Instagram, you can save, you watch a lot of other people's reel, you can save a lot of all their audio or can choose the audio. This one don't have. This is just a very basic. Force it to let you from desktop push the reel out. And other things like the hashtag So you play around with it. It's quite easy to use.
Okay.
That's all.
Awesome, man.
Thank you so much for the website of the week, Manfred. And that brings us to the end of the show. I think Elon Musk, we can do 10 episodes, but no, not to bore you guys. But seriously, really appreciate your time and sharing with us about your super idol, Elon Musk. And although now
part also
buy Tesla stocks.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good way to end this. All right, buy Tesla stocks. And you want to do your disclaimer?
Yeah. And this is not financial advice, huh? I'm not licensed to give investment advice.
Because our friend here been following Elon Musk too much. He just feel like saying something. He just split out. He's not a CEO.
No. I already explained my conviction why, and I can see I saw your reaction just now. So
okay.
That's the future. And I think really 10 years down the road, self-driving cars should be around, and really a lot of people will let it become their own Grab or taxi, go and make money from it. Then in the future, maybe buy car can actually make money.
Yes.
Possible.
Exactly.
Everybody will buy car and make money.
I can do another episode on that alone. So
then we probably will plan and we'll see how. And basically, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Fung. Really appreciate that. And for everyone who loves Elon Musk, continue loving him. For those who hate him, continue hating him. He doesn't care anyway. So with that, that ends the Three Marketeers Show, the 89th episode of this. And we do this every Wednesday night at 10 Malaysia time. So I'll see you next one. Thank you so much. And good night, everyone. Bye.
Next week, we will start counting down to the 10 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Good night. Bye.